Alright, what up everybody? It has been way too long, but we're finally going to get some Madden 26 content back on this channel, and of course I ended up getting the Browns. Well. So, my wife and in-laws have already gotten to see one Browns victory over the Packers this season. Let's see if I can avoid making it a second one here. And actually, too, thinking about it, I don't think I've played the Browns in any online head-to-head matchups this season, so it's going to be a fun little change of pace compared to everybody that's been playing with the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Steelers. So if I had to guess for my opponent, I'm going to assume that they're going to try to run with Judkins quite a bit and then mix in a bunch of crossers kind of over the middle and try to let Sanders cook a little bit because I think his short accuracy is solid on this game. So I'm going to just try to play a little bit more underneath. I got my safeties lined up closer to the line of scrimmage and see if I can force them to adjust there. But yeah, quick note too, as we're going hurry up already. Sorry for the lack of Madden content recently. For newer folks to the channel, usually there's these videos are me and my friend Zach just kind of doing Packers previews together, basically kind of giving our thoughts of what we're thinking is going to happen during the Packers game, or at least our feelings going into it, and then we do kind of a post-game video also. But this year has just been wild. Between work getting ridiculously busy for most of October and November, especially, but then, you know, my whole family's been sick a couple times in there, and then more recently, I've actually had a back flare-up that's just been brutal to the point where it's been a struggle to sit down and record anything at times, and let alone edit stuff. So, you know, it's been our plans kind of been derailed here recently, but we're here now. You know, it's Packers Bears week for the second time this season, and to be honest, immediately following that Denver game last week, I really wasn't expecting to be super pumped up for this game just due to all the injuries that came out of it. Even now, I'm still not like super confident in the Packers long term having a Super Bowl run with everything, Parsons down and all that especially, but you know, I am excited for this game just because I think Green Bay can reclaim the North this season, and that'd be nice, especially if it means sweeping both the Lions and the Bears to do it, and hopefully the Vikings soon. Meanwhile, we got fourth down. That's one way to get a fourth down stop. That was unfortunate as hell. Oh. Doesn't really feel earned, but whatever. Offensively, I'm going to start off with a wide receiver screen here, just as FYI. It's been kind of my go-to starter play, because I've been getting to like 5 to 8 yards each time with it. And, yeah, about there again. Got 9 yards that time, so... most of this game, I'm going to be running the football, though. I just like to start off with a look that you don't see too often, I guess, in online play, but also helps to avoid Myles Garrett just absolutely destroying me in the passing game and trying to not throw at Ward and who's their linebacker? Bush? Devin Bush. I was trying to remember off the top of my head right then. But yeah, I mean, last time out, we were talking about that 2 weeks ago. The Packers got away with a victory against the Bears, 28-21. That was a pretty exciting game, and that's a pretty exciting run. I didn't expect to get a touchdown out of that. Oh, what a start. Got kind of a BS fourth down stop, and then get a touchdown with Josh Jacobs over here after somehow avoiding tackles there. But, yeah, I think part of my confidence for the Packers game this week is just due to the Bears injuries also. Both Dunze and Burden are going to be out at wide receiver, so that's two of their top three on the depth chart there. You also have Swift at running back. That's not going to be 100% based off the injury report, so it's going to make that harder for the Bears to kind of take advantage of our secondary a little bit. So really this game's going to come down to how well Green Bay can stop the rushing attack for Chicago. You're probably going to see the Bears kind of lean heavier on 12 and 13 personnel and just try to run the ball. They did it so well against Philly a few weeks ago, and even against the Browns last week. They came in and smoked them for like 140 plus yards on 33 carries, which surprisingly was pretty close to what they did to us too. I think they got like 138 yards and 32 carries and none of it was explosive plays. Like, they were so consistent, getting like 5 to 8 yards, it felt like. And they were constantly putting themselves in 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 during that second half. So, hopefully Green Bay can tighten that up this week. And, a lot of what's going to help with that, too, is if the offense can kind of hold on to the ball a little bit more during that second half last time out. It seemed like they either got quick touchdowns, as we get a interception here with Bullard. He was just sitting underneath that route, so I will take that all day. Let's see if we can go up 2 scores here early. But yeah, if Green Bay's offense can, kind of keep away from the Bears, Josh Jacobs, 110 yards away from the 1,000-yard season, so that would be nice if he's able to get it. Let's see. I'll take 8 yards on that, but I was hoping for a deep shot, to be honest. But, I mean, Zach Tom on offensive line, he's probably going to be out. That's the best offensive lineman we have. Christian Watson, he was great against the Bears last time out, and he's been, really solid since coming back from injury, but obviously he got injured against Denver last week. I'm shocked that he's even going to have a shot to play, considering how it looked at the middle of at the game last week, but he's probably going to be limited. But if they can get Jacobs and Wilson going in the run game, that keeps the Bears from having more opportunities at takeaways. They're the league leaders at 30 so far. Reed would be a big player for this one. He did well against the Bears in his return from IR 2 weeks ago, so another week under his belt. Hopefully he can be a huge step up, especially if Watson is limited. So, I don't know. It's been since 2008 especially, Green Bay's 30-6 against the Bears, including the NFC title game back in 2010. They've won 6 in a row against Chicago. This game just feels like it's going to be a tough task to make it 31-6 and 7 straight wins. But I'm sure it's going to be a stressful-ass game that is going to have me up late afterwards anyways, and somehow Green Bay will find a way to hopefully not do that. That sack sucked. That was on me. But I'm sure the Packers will find a way to kind of get a victory in this one somehow. My prediction for this one's a 24-21 game of Jordan Love throwing 2 touchdowns, because all hail Toyotathon. And I think Jacobs is going to get his custom 1 touchdown on the ground as well. Defensively, though, especially with Parsons and Evan Williams out, more than likely, in Williams' case, I still think the Bears are going to feast on the ground. They'll probably go for about $150 on us, which is going to suck. I just have a feeling that somebody's going to come up with a randomly big turnover for the defense to kind of help seal it late. Throw it away. Well, this is going to be a long-ass field goal from 56. See if we can make it real quick. But yeah, I did see a note from the NFL.com preview that, obviously the big thing is whoever wins this game. Oh damn, I did make that. I thought it was a little short at first. So we're up 2 scores. We've got some points off the turnover, so that's nice. But yeah, whoever wins this game, if it accompanies a Lions tie or a loss, that clinches a playoff berth and also the lead going into Week 17 for the division. They had a note that per NFL research, this is the latest Packers-Bears game by week all time in which the winner will take the division lead, which is pretty impressive when the series is as old as it is. So either way, no matter what happens, we're planning on doing a recap video for this game, so look for that early next week, and hopefully it's as we're celebrating a playoff victory for the Packers, or excuse me, a playoff berth for the Packers. I'd gladly take a playoff victory too, though. Yeah, and then, outside of that, I haven't really been able to give any thoughts about a lot of the Packers games recently. Kind of the best spot that I've been doing it's on Blue Sky, because I typically post during the game on there and stuff, so But, I mean, the last time out that I got to do a real preview video was the Cardinals game back in October, and that game was one that as I did the predictions, everything pretty much hit dead on of what I was expecting, and I was still annoyed by that victory. But, that game went alright. Pittsburgh game against Rodgers, that was so much fun, especially seeing Jordan Love ball out during that one to get the dub. Obviously, the Panthers game and the Eagles games were more struggles and just absolute annoyance. Didn't really feel great about the team after those two games, especially the Panthers game with how bad they ran all over us and stuff like that. But yeah, then after that, Green Bay just kind of got good and felt a lot better about how the team did, especially winning 3 division games in like 15 days. So that gives me confidence against the Bears kind of going into this game specifically, but, just the Denver game itself, like, watching all of the injuries was one of the most deflating feelings I think I've had in a Packers game in a long time. Um, yeah, I mean, just, you're sitting there and you're up 9 points against an 11-win team, and you feel pretty good about it, and then it's like, down goes Watson, down goes Parsons, down goes Williams, and yeah, it was just rough. No. I'm not gonna lie, I thought my opponent was gonna break a touchdown right then, but they're moving the ball pretty well right here, going into the 2-minute warning here for the first half, so I messed that one up. I was trying to jump that for a pick. Really, so far we're at the 2-minute warning here for the first half. My opponent's kind of done exactly what I was expecting to do, like a lot of stuff crossing over the middle. A little bit of Judkins runs, probably a little bit less than what I was expecting, but so far I'm not really adjusting anything, just trying to mix in some blitzes, some man coverage and stuff, and hopefully we can get another turnover here. That'd be nice. At the very least, let's hopefully keep them to a field goal here and keep it a touchdown lead and going into halftime. I do think the one game during that stretch I forgot to just mention was the Giants game. I did get a quick preview out before that one, and went as annoying as I expected it with Jameis just balling out, being more aggressive and stuff. But let's see. How do we not get an interception off of that? Alright, well, they're going for it again on 4th down, so kind of keep blitzing, which is unusual for me. Normally I like to run a lot more cover 3 and sit, but got like a defensive lineman on the field. Looks like it's going to be some sort of run play. There it goes, and yeah. Saw that one kind of right from the get-go, so. Alright, well, my drive right before halftime really didn't go anywhere, but I was able to punt it, get them down to the 7-yard line, so let's see if we can get a stop here before halftime again. I think that's my opponent's first deep shot of the entire first half, so luckily we kind of turned that away. I am going to play a little bit more off now, only 23 seconds left, so hopefully we can keep Browns scoreless here at halftime, and should get the ball first in the second half too, so try to stretch it out to a 3-score lead then. I thought I had a pick 6 with Williams right there. Damn. All right. One, maybe two more stops here.
He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
There's Valentine, baby. That should get us another opportunity. There's only 12 seconds left before the half, so very least I should get a field goal here. We'll make it 13-0. I'll take that. Both times I've gotten an interception, I had a defender right underneath the receiver just take it off. And I guess we aren't going to make it 13-0. That's going to make it 10-0. So, yeah, I'll take that. Solid dub. This season, that should put me technically back to 4-3 on the season. One of those losses was bullshit because I got disconnected trying to do a double up before halftime and then after halftime, but whatever. We ride. We're back over 500, so yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully the Packers game goes well this weekend, and if you like it, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and we will catch you early next week, okay? Y'all have a good one.